8 knifers have already been eliminated, and only 8 remain. Siberian Ninja is facing off against Slayed by Blade in this second round matchup. When you guys look up at the scoreboard, you're going to see a little something different. We have the KD representing both of the knifers, and then we also have the score underneath, the accurate score that these knifers will have when they go negative and how it'll affect the way their final score looks. Because if you're aware of the knifing battle factions scoring rules, the more you are negative, the more that minuses or takes away from your overall score. So as you can see, Slayed by Blade is -1 because that's 1 minus 0, which is 1 death over his amount of kills. And as we watch right now, Siberian Ninja, he is in the lead, but not by much. He has host this round, and for the first time ever, Siberian Ninja pulling the coin toss in his favor, but also choosing to be first host. We'll see how that affects him in the next match when Slayed by Blade will be taking the host advantage in the next game. And Siberian Ninja with the early lead. Now you can see the numbers up top as well. They are color coordinated. When they are green, it means that player is positive. When they are white, it means that player is even. There is no penalty for being even, but that does mean they can swing into the negative zone, which will then be red. So as these players get kills and also obtain deaths, you will see the colors of their overall score change. And Siberian Ninja just going even now. Slayed by Blade still in the negative. He's climbing up into a room, finds a sniper, but can't get those close quarters kills. Just taken down. And Siberian Ninja stepping outside. Finds an enemy firing off. Can't get him with the ballistic knife. Charges him, but a teammate took him down. And a possible 2-piece, but he gets taken out by a quick scope. Slayed by Blade with a nice little ballistic knife there. Pursuing an enemy, but an enemy is behind him. He gets taken down. And both of these players are now in the negative. Siberian Ninja pulling positive. And now he is up 7-1. Finds an enemy just sitting there. Takes him down with a tomahawk. Pursuing another enemy. Leaping out the window with a drop tomahawk, but then falls to that tomahawk actually by the enemy. I was trying to see the feed there to see how he actually died. Siberian Ninja is up right now. He gets a nice ballistic knife. Pursuing an enemy, 2 ballistic knives and a combat axe, but he gets the 3rd ballistic knife. And a considerable lead now. And if you guys are any good at math, which I know you are because you're smart, you're watching the Knifing Battle Tournament right now. When Slayed by Blade, when you are in the negative and you get a kill, your score actually goes up by 2 points. As you get a score added to your kills, which means less deaths are taken off of your final score. So you'll see that coming out of the negative, the points will be going up by 2. So you're not actually, it looks like they're further behind than they actually are on the scoreboard, but you can make that up quickly in double time to come even. Siberian Ninja with a nice knife there. And another ballistic knife to the back of a sitting sniper. Did not win that head-to-head battle with the enemy. Slayed by Blade in the window. Looking far across the map, see if he can find an enemy. Up the ladder, he gets taken down. Siberian Ninja through the window in center map, running up the back alley. Sees a sitting enemy, gets a nice combat axe. Can he get this ballistic knife? Combat axe, oh, he gets taken down. A big lead here. Slayed by Blade is going to have to do something. He is trying a combat axe, trying anything, banking off the wall there. Sees an enemy sitting up in a corner, takes him out with a nice ballistic knife. But then falls there to the sniper rifle. Siberian Ninja sees an enemy behind the van, gets a nice stab on him. Slayed by Blade up top, gets a nice kill. Down by 10 though. Down by a score of 10. Gets taken out from behind. A significant lead by Siberian Ninja. In the first round, he took down Captain Koopa to make it into round number 2. Slayed by Blade himself took out the Knife Artist. Those battles will be down in the description if you guys want to check those out, as well as both of these players and their respective YouTube channels. if you want to watch a little bit more of them. Siberian Ninja missing a couple combat axes there. Slay by Blade gets taken down on the other end. Spawning in near the fountain. Running up the back alley. He is far behind in this match. There's only about 20 kills left to go on his team. He has to put something together now. Gets a nice kill there with a ballistic knife. Siberian with a quick skewer as well. Trying to get this cross-map combat axe. Siberian is pretty good at those, but he stays too long out in that window in the open area there, getting taken out by the sniper. Slay by Blade. Running into the bank vault. And up the ladder, gets taken down. Siberian is behind him and cleans up Slade's mess. Gets a nice little skewer there. And finds another enemy sitting in the back room. Slay by Blade, a nice skewer. A nice double combat axe and a knife there by Siberian. And a triple, turns into a triple feed. Slade with a knife on his own. And another one. And a second one. Siberian taken out by a pistol there. But he is 7 kills over his death, so he is not worried about going to the negative at all. Slay by Blade still trying to battle out of the negative with a nice skewer and a little run here.
We've taken the lead.
And you can see as he is in the negative, your score goes up by 2 every kill that you get. But Slay by Blade just falls there to the PDW. Siberian with a nice skewer, but couldn't get the final axe. It doesn't matter, he did not need it. He wins significantly, 23-9, and takes the first round. Slay by Blade is going to have to come back if he wants to stay in the knifing battle tournament. In the second round, Slay by Blade has host control, and he chose Slums as his lobby destination and map for this battle against Siberian Ninja. Slay by Blade is going to have to come out with the win if he wants to force a third round to stay in the knifing battle tournament. And Siberian gets taken out with a C4. Slade running right into enemy territory. Gets one of them, but then falls to the Peacekeeper. Siberian up the middle gets RPG'd. And he's not having a good start off the map here. Slay by Blade running in through the side building. Knifes the window, but he is seen by enemies at a far distance. Throws his smoke, but tosses it off the Hummer in front of him, but then gets taken down by the LMG. Siberian with a nice skewer there and a long tomahawk, but the enemy starts moving back there, so he's going to have to tee it up again, but a nice skewer there in the middle area. He misses an enemy that was just sitting back there, but then gets taken out anyways. Slay by Blade with a nice double. He is in the positive right now. Slay by Blade did not see the positive at all last game, but he is even right now at an even score with 3. Siberian stepping onto enemy territory. Decides to run back into cover. In the middle area now. Finding a lot of action in this middle spot. A sniper going off on him, but he gets the kill, and a Peacekeeper takes him out from behind. Slay by Blade gets RPG'd. Now both of these men are in the negative, but Siberian is up by only 1. Slay by Blade running up the left side. Through the building. No enemies looking down the street at him this time. Gets a nice flank on an enemy. From behind finds the RPGer, but cannot take him down. Gets taken down by a teammate. Runs up the opposite street here. Gets a nice flank there again. And a quick skewer to put him up by 6. Slay by Blade just falling even now. But he does have an early lead here in this second round. Trying to stay alive. Siberian Ninja, knowing that the enemies are crowding back there, just tossing out some combat axes, hoping to hit something. And his skewer threads through 3 people without hitting them. He cannot catch a break here. A nice little skewer there. Puts him only behind by 3 now. But still falls there. Slay by Blade and Siberian running off the spawn. The enemy is still in that area back there in front of the church. Siberian with a nice skewer running behind Slade. Slade gets taken down, but Siberian takes out the enemy and pulls in front of the lead. He is now even, but then falls back to negative very quickly, just like that. The score is 6-3 for Siberian. Slade up the middle, knowing that enemies are just inhabiting this middle area, gets shock charged and then RPG'd. We cannot see that RPG through the shock charge, but Siberian exchanges a combat axe with an enemy who then kills him. Another death there by Slade. These guys continue rushing up the middle and the sides of the map, but the enemies seem to be stagnant or posting up in certain positions, not letting anybody through. Slade by Blade trying to break those ranks. Dodges the RPG, gets a kill on the sniper. Coming up the back, gets a quick skewer. Puts him in the lead by 2, but then gets taken down from behind. Siberian up the right side now. He's going to try to do what Slade did, but gets taken down. Someone in the window there. There was not someone in the window last time Slade tried going up that side. The sniper watching his flanks. The enemy seems to be smart to these knifers here. Checking their flanks now. Making it harder for these guys to get to them. Siberian running in behind Slade. An enemy shooting from down the street, and somehow he gets taken out. Siberian Ninja. Slade, though, kills the enemy, but then gets headshotted from the sniper, who seems to be very, very stubborn in giving up that position in the middle of the map. And a nice headshot from Siberian with that skewer. Puts him only down by 1 point. Slade by Blade with a nice knife there. Looking out again. These guys have to be very careful when they're walking out into that open area down those streets. These enemies, they have light machine guns, they have RPGs, and they have sniper rifles, and they are posted up, not letting anybody by. Slade with the lead by 4. But as I stated earlier, if Siberian Ninja gets a kill, when you are in the negative, it adds 2 points to your score. Finally an enemy up the side, but Siberian couldn't get him before his teammate did. And both Siberian and Slade running up this right side. An enemy going through the window, but Slade by Blade passes him by to rush a sniper who takes him down with a quick shot. And Siberian in the back, finding another sitting enemy who is just watching his flank there. In this type of situation, what you have to do is maybe slow your game down. It's really hard to be a knifer in this situation when the enemy is really tearing you apart. And with a score of 2-1, Slade by Blade takes the round, forcing a third round in this eerily close match where the enemies were just stubborn and posted up and hard to play against. And here we go, the final deciding battle in this best of 3 matchup to see who moves on to the Fatal 4. Slade by Blade forcing this third round against Siberian Ninja. In a second round match where the kills to deaths with either one more kill or one more death could have proved the win for either player.
We've taken control.
But what has been done has been done, and we have Siberian Ninja and Slade by Blade going at it in this sudden death final round to see who will move on and who gets left behind. Siberian Ninja with an early lead in the positive. Slade by Blade starting off with a kill, although it is muted by that one death that he has over his kill. Finding an enemy though and putting him even. Remember, when you are in the negative, your score goes up by 2 only when you're in the negative, when you get that kill. Siberian Ninja gets shotgun from behind, senses it, and then turns around, gets a nice quick skewer there, and he is up by 1 and in the positive. Now Siberian Ninja is host. He had more kills throughout both matches combined, which gives him now host control. And a nice tomahawk there, turns around on that enemy running down. And another skewer there. Nice, before he's being taken out by the MP7. Slade by Blade pursuing an enemy from behind. Gets a nice knife up those stairs. Now Slade by Blade and the Siberian Ninja, they both live in the same state in the United States, which I thought was interesting. So this is probably the closest matchup in terms of host and host migration, in terms of host advantage and having it and not having it. Siberian Ninja with a quick skewer there. Slade with a nice kill from behind. Running up behind Siberian Ninja. Siberian gets taken out and Slade by Blade cleans up the garbage before he gets Remingtoned in the subway train. And Siberian with a nice knife there on a flying enemy. And another skewer, putting him in the positive. Looking at the feed now, Slay by Blade just fell into the negative. Slay by Blade running up the back of the map through the underpass, which for knifers is hard to travel under. Gets a nice kill there. And Siberian with a quick skewer of his own. Slay by Blade falls to that second enemy that he found under the overpass. Siberian taken out by a peacekeeper himself. Siberian getting shot at from behind. Slay by Blade with a nice knife pulls even. And he is within 2 now of Siberian Ninja. Siberian behind Slade. Slade gets dropped. Siberian rushing up. Now he has 2 enemies on him. He takes one out before a silenced MP7 drops him. A closer match here than the first one. But I don't know how you can get any closer than 2-1 in a crazy matchup. Siberian with a nice skewer. Throws a long combat axe there, waiting for the enemy in the window. Misses that one. Slay by Blade running up the side here. Gets taken out by another enemy, falling more into the negative. Slay by Blade has been battling with the negative this entire matchup, these entire 3 rounds. And his luck does not continue. A Semtex grenade placed on a vehicle explodes right next to him. Poor timing there, but not him at fault. Siberian with a skewer from behind with a significant lead now, 12-2. He is up by 10 points. And a skewer right to the head from Siberian Ninja, and a nice combat axe there. Sorry, that skewer wasn't a headshot, but it was just in close there. Slay by Blade taken out by an MP7 again, but then Siberian with a skewer and then dropped by the Peacekeeper. And Slade down to 0 points. He is 7 deaths over his 7 kills, and 7 minus 7 is 0, and that's why he has 0 points. As long as you stay in the positive, it does not matter how many deaths you have. You will not incur any penalties. So you could have 15 kills and 14 deaths, but all of your 15 kills will count on your scoreboard. It's only when you go into the negative where your points will be subtracted from you. The reason being, in this knifing battle tournament, we want to encourage good playing and good knifing. We don't want someone winning a game going 16 kills and 32 deaths. That does not help a team, and it also does not display good knifing technique. 17-1 now. This is almost a mountain that Slay by Blade has to climb. There are still about 20 kills left before the end of the game, 20 plus kills. And Slade just keeps falling to these enemies. Siberian with a nice combat axe from behind. Siberian seems to be finding the flanks and getting those kills when he is one-on-one with the enemies. Slade by Blade going for the knives, but he couldn't get it. It's also good to point out that Slade by Blade does not use his combat axe. In fact, he has yet to use it all match. The combat axe is a mandatory part of the KBF tournament setup, but there was a time when he did not want to actually use the combat axe on it. He just wanted to have 6 perks and his ballistic knives. But with the KBF perk setup and class setup, you have to have at least 1 combat axe. Slade by Blade still in the negative by 8 points, by 8 deaths. Gets a kill from behind there with a ballistic knife and another knife.
UAV on standby.
Getting a nice little double there, a nice little flurry. And just like that, with 3 kills, he catches up 6 points and is now only down by 12 and gets a nice knife. And then a sitting enemy there just Blair Witching in the corner. Siberian Nice ballistic shot through the window there. Slayed by Blade dies there on the other end. Siberian with quite a lead, going for some bank shots there. And Slayed by Blade, knowing that time is running out, gets his third one. Can he get the final kill here? He gets the final kill, but it only leaves him with 16 points. With 6 points to spare, getting the final kill bonus, but it is not enough. Slayed by Blade put up a valiant effort, battled negative the whole time, but Siberian Ninja takes this round and moves into the Fatal 4. Siberian Ninja, the first knifer in the Fatal 4.